Everyone, and welcome to our bonus stream of Dungeons & Dragons. I'm the Wombat of DM, and as always, I am joined here by my trusty companions and players, Belzian the half-elf monk, Roger the elf rogue, Ulrich the human paladin, Yarvik, who's returned to us for the first time in a couple episodes, the halfling ranger, and then Zippo, our kobold warlock. I'm going to back off the mic a little bit so I'm not quite so loud, but welcome everyone. How we doing tonight?
Satisfactory.
Sad now.
We just got some bad news right before you started.
Well, the news is only going to get worse from here because it is time for, or maybe it's good news for some of you who like combat. We are in the midst of our boss battle for our first dungeon in this campaign. So when last we left off, we explored the goblin mines some more, followed some goblins down who took us to their leader in his chambers down in the Great Hall, where Orrak, the sleeping king, lay. They woke him up, let him know that the gang was causing havoc up above. He sent some of his soldiers up to try and take care of the problem, and now the group is invisible in the room with our good king. And let me bring up the map because I realize that's not up right now. Our good king, Orrak, the witch is kind of draped across his shoulders like a shawl almost.
I don't know how that works. I keep trying to envision that. Like, is the queen much smaller than the king?
Have you ever seen somebody like wrap their body around somebody else from behind, like new young love, like teenagers?
No.
Big spoon, little spoon? Like fireman.
Yeah, but instead... Yeah, fireman carry, but she was like resting half on the throne, half on his shoulders. Like it's like a ledge type of idea.
Yeah, she sounds lazy. Okay. This could be easy, guys.
If you were to take a cat and drape them over your shoulders, it would be similar to that, but much larger.
I'll do that with the next cat I see. Thank you. I will help.
I could demonstrate with my cat Benji if
I
you'd
got
like.
it. Theater of the imagination.
Okay.
And all. Thank you.
Yes. So there's 4 elite guards, then 2 green goblins, which the group has ascertained to be flesh golems of some sort, and then also a doppelganger that has taken on the shape of Roger, which would have been very unfortunate for the group had they not already known that A, there was a doppelganger, and B, seen the doppelganger change in front of them. So right now they see Roger invisible, because most of the group's invisible except for Ulrich, who's in a bag, and then another Roger being held prisoner by 2 of the goblins.
If it was actually Roger, he would want to just
If it was actually Roger, what? Okay. So, I guess the last thing to add before we begin the session, and I'm not going to put into initiative just yet because you guys are invisible, they're not aware you're here, you've successfully crept up into the situation, before I ended the night last session, off screen, I had Roger roll a perception check, or no, it was a history check, right?
Nature check.
Or nature check. Because of his background and because he was understanding what the queen was saying, and he ascertained based off of the minuscule hints that I've been giving throughout this dungeon what the queen might be.
She's a hag.
She's a hag.
Kind of rude.
He's pretty sure she's a hag.
Don't know what creature type she is. She's a hag.
Perhaps hag type.
Old hag.
Old hag. Does she appear to be old?
She appears to be a goblin.
Like a old goblin, or like a sexy goblin?
A green-skinned goblin.
So
That
say
answers my question. Yeah.
Doesn't answer it for me.
Maybe. Orrak's got it going on. He's still pulling, you know? Maybe all these guards are his kids?
I mean, I don't really know what your character's types are, so I can't really tell you what's attractive and what's not. That's kind of a matter of opinion, right? So that's why I'm just saying it's a goblin.
Orrak doesn't judge.
It can be lit on fire. It's alright with Zippo.
So, do I have a clear line of sight to shoot the queen from here, or do I see a place where I could feasibly stand, where I would have a clear line of sight to shoot at the queen?
So since she's literally behind and almost occupying the same square as the king, she does have cover with the king right now. So it would be easier for you to shoot the king. Now, if you moved around to say where one of these light sources are, that might be able to do it, because you'd be shooting at her from the side, so you'd be removing the cover.
That sounds.
But you'd have to get there.
That sounds dangerous. Not safe to get there, and probably dangerous after I actually start attacking and become visible again. So, no, we'll just shoot the king.
So I guess this is also a good time to ask if there's anything anybody wants to do before we take action. Any checks they want to make, any any nonverbal things they want to do, because obviously you're not going to be able to communicate with each other verbally at this moment.
Belzian's pulling up the rear with this barrel of gunpowder, which is also invisible, and kind of gesturing to it with his chin in a... I don't know if you could see that. It was quiet, though.
Just gonna ready my bow. Ready for attack.
Okay, so what I'll do then is I'll have you guys roll initiative, and you'll get a surprise round, and then I'll roll initiative for the enemies as well.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll initiative.
Hey, 15.
Yeah.
11.
All right, so looks like nobody got above a 20. We got 19. Let me roll for Jordan quickly. And okay.
What's this?
So what's the about?
Oh, we can see one of the rolls that we probably shouldn't be able to see.
I love that sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
It works if it's a player character, just so you know.
Yeah. I don't know how to make player characters into non-player characters, so there you go. Okay, so... yeah, as soon as I saw I was like, oh, they see it. That's fine.
Does it see us?
It will soon.
What will be the last thing it sees?
Hopefully.
Yeah, if all pans out.
If we do our job.
All right, so Ulrich is definitely our first person, followed by Roger, followed by Jordan, who I have not added yet. And then it's Zippo, Belzian, and Yarvik. Belzian, what's your initiative? Is it a +4, it looks
Yes.
like? How much of that is Dex?
Dex is +4.
Okay.
All of it, I guess.
I think any of us have non-dex bonuses to initiative.
It's always worth asking. I couldn't remember offhand, so... I play in too many games. Too many is 2, by the way. So, alright, so, Ulrich, what would you like to do? Since you have the first of the surprise round.
So I really don't think Ulrich can see much of this, but I'm sure he can kind of
Correct.
it. I think he would take a readied action to dash out of the bag. So, in other words, it's just a readied action to do a movement.
Okay, and when are you... What's
And
the conditions for the ready?
Trigger is if he hears, if he, who's carrying his bag again? I forget. It's Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah. So if he hears Jordan get into combat.
Okay, so you'll be like my Pokemon.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Waiting for Jordan to drop the bag.
Yes.
Ulrich, I choose you.
Horrible.
But that would give me away. Alright, so Ulrich is waiting for Jordan to drop the bag. Roger, it's up to you.
We're gonna...
I didn't forget you this round.
Hooray! I guess Roger's gonna shoot that poisoned arrow at the king.
Okay.
And I have advantage because I'm invisible, right?
Yes, you do. And it's the surprise round, so you have assassination.
Automatic critical, assuming I hit. So one roll, second roll, does a 25 hit.
25 hits.
All right. So, 17 regular damage, 16 sneak attack. So that's 33, plus whatever the poison does.
Alright.
And
Let's
then I'll be visible.
check this out. Yes, you will. Alright, so it's a good thing that you had that advantage. But it was an assassinate anyway, so it was critical. So, like, it's an automatic hit, basically. So you doubled the damage. Yeah, so 33. Alright. So, actually, best way to do this. Just gonna bring up the poison that I have for this. Okay, Orrak must make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the poison arrow roll another 2d8, please.
Uh, 11.
Another 11. Okay. He makes a save. Not that you need to know that, so it's half damage from there, so another 5. Alright. So, Orrak is impacted by the arrow as it sticks into his neck, and he like flails backward, kind of dislodging the queen a bit from the throne, and then just sags there for a moment. And then he all of a sudden gasps for breath, comes back to life, pulls the arrow out of his neck, and it closes up. And he looks like he's fully back to health. But it looked like something passed out of him, almost like some energy passed out of him and into the ether as that happened.
Maybe it was poop.
Roger is now visible, and he starts pointing and screaming at you. Not that he has that round yet, but that's basically what he's doing. Jordan, at this point, I think it's time to go, right? So, he steps forward, places his bag down in front of him, which kind of cues Ulrich's action, and he says, "Ulrich, now's your time."
Yeah, and Ulrich hops out and moves 6 squares in absolute darkness. Because I guess he runs towards what I assume is light there.
Yes, there's 2 glowing balls of light to the north and south of the passage.
Yep, he runs 6 squares going, just yelling profanities that I'm not creative enough to make right now. That's what he does, and he's there. Weapon.
So, where are you ending up?
Should be right here. Is it not showing on yours?
Yeah, it's not showing. Does anybody else see that?
Okay. Oh, I see. Just 6 squares straight ahead towards that globe. If you want to move them for some reason.
Here or here?
I can't see what you're doing, so I need to recycle my.
Yeah.
But
Are you moving into Doppelganger's area?
it was 6 squares immediately to the right, just like straight from where.
Okay. Yeah, you would only make it 4 squares before you saw somebody or impacted somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're in melee range.
Yeah, you're in melee range.
Okay. I mean, that was a reaction, and that was all he can do. So.
Yeah, because you used your action as your dash, and then your move to move.
Yeah, it's nothing but pitch black on my screens, other than my characters.
Here, let me try resetting your vision. Did that do anything?
It might just be my connection. Sometimes role-playing's cool like that.
Oh, wow.
No worries. That's me.
All right. How about that? Did that work?
That did. I see that I.
It did not.
Yes, it did, and I see that.
Oh, it did, okay. Yes.
But
So you were here. You moved forward 3 squares.
okay,
So you were here.
Yep.
Is that cool?
that sounds great because he's in lots of melee right here. He's got a shield and sword, or mace.
Okay.
Shield and mace.
That brings us to Zippo.
I'm going to, let me make sure I got this right. Yeah. I'm going to shatter right here so that I get everybody in this circle area.
Could you do me a favor and drop the VTT for Shatter as you cast it? So con is 14. Okay. Got a lot of rolls to make. Okay.
A-O-E. A-O-E.
Zippo, Zippo.
And then 2 goblins.
I love how many times everybody's measured this. You can see the
Oh, it's just something somebody likes to do for fun.
It was me, but I was also in this. How much?
Okay.
It's
Oh, there's one more I gotta roll for. And I'm just gonna do that by hand. Oh! Fancy that. Alright. The DC is what? Okay. Hag makes it. Neither of the flesh golems make it. This goblin makes it. And I have not rolled the boss. Alright, what's your damage?
It is 14 damage for those who didn't save. For those who did, they take 7.
Okay.
Thunder damage. Will that affect any differently for this case?
Sound damage. Wombit, did you say which ones made their save and which ones didn't? Just for me keeping track.
Hag and bottom dude.
Alright. The rest of them failed.
Alright, so 14. Alright. Next up is, so you kind of concuss the area and everyone kind of reels as the shatter kind of concusses all of them in a circular pattern, and it kind of, some dust kind of falls from the ceiling, small pieces of rocks, and it kind of echoes down and out the chamber into the Great Hall, which it continues to echo and echo and echo and echo and echo and echo.
They probably won't notice that.
We were going to draw attention eventually.
Yeah, if there was ever a smoking gun situation, this is the smoking gun situation. Belzian.
Okay, Belzian's gonna run up here.
Oh, by the way, Zippo all of a sudden also appears. Alright.
Can I attempt to throw this barrel of gunpowder, like roll it like in a Donkey Kong type manner towards one of these goblins?
So are you throwing it or are you
Could be
bowling it?
bowling it.
Okay. You're trying to hit the
I'm gonna
goblin?
knock him prone.
Okay, so that's an attack. Cool. It's important to note that. It'd be an improvised weapon for sure.
I don't know. I might have proficiency in barrel. I'm a monk.
Why don't you make a ranged attack and roll a disadvantage?
What do you figure? Dart? No.
It would just be your normal ranged attack thing. It's just a disadvantage.
Would that cancel out with the advantage from being
What was
Would
that?
that cancel out with the advantage from being invisible?
Oh, sure.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good point.
And Belzian, the easiest way to think of it is with an improv weapon. It's just your D20 plus your dex.
Thank you. So like 1d20 plus 4, for example.
Sure.
E? Come on.
You're plus 20.
So you're doing it to the one right in front of you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Would a 24 make it?
So you roll that barrel, kind of appear as you roll the barrel. So the barrel kind of appears out of nowhere, and so do you, as it rolls into the goblin. You know why I'm sighing, right? Because you guys are fun. High or low?
We'll go low.
All right, it's a good choice because you do knock him prone, but the barrel does not break.
Ruby. Does it like steamroll him or what?
No, it knocks into him and he kind of falls onto it, so he kind of like bellies onto it. He's currently like hung over the barrel.
But yeah, that's all I'm doing for my turn.
Oh, man,
Okay.
over here.
Oh yeah, so is he prone? Is he just like...
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. That's
Yeah.
it.
He's laid out on the barrel. Something does something somewhere. Yarvik?
I'm gonna take. I think I have a clear. No, wasn't in the way. Can I? There's only so much I can see right here. All my firing lines are kind of jammed up right now. I'm gonna take one step here.
And remember, you're invisible right now. So you can move anywhere and have advantage on your attack.
Let's go. Can I get that far and still?
You cut out there for a second.
I assume I'm beside Belzian or near beside Belzian right now.
Yes, you are.
All right, I'm going to shoot first at the now prone goblin over the barrel, and then I'm going to use the horde breaker attack on the guy directly to the south of him that will over first.
So one thing I will say about prone individuals is that prone get advantage when you shoot at them. You get advantage on them if you're attacking them like in melee, but when you're shooting, you get disadvantage basically. However, since you are invisible, that will cancel it out. I'm just making note of that for future reference.
You could shoot the because there are 2 goblins here in the light. You could shoot the middle one and then use the Heartbreaker on the one below.
Yeah, that's actually another point. So, Yarvik, you can't see in the dark right now. So the only 2 you can see.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there's one. Okay, so there's one. So what he hit, I can't see. All right. I can
Correct,
only shoot the 2
yeah.
to the south of them. So I'm just going to shoot the 2 to
Yes.
the south of them.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack at advantage.
No.
That first one hits, but roll it again to see if you crit.
How do you do the advantage thing? I don't.
I'll just roll it a second time, that's all. You just click it again. Okay, you did not get a crit. But you did hit, so roll damage. Alright.
And then the second guy to the south. Advantage for both of those.
Yeah. Well, technically you wouldn't have advantage for this one, because you're out of invisibility now that you've made an attack. But you hit on the first attack anyway, so you're good, because you have awesome rolls all the time.
It's that elite gaming PC set.
So you clicked the short sword damage instead of the longbow. If you could just... Perfect. Alright. Which brings us to the top of the round and gives me some more time to roll. Okay. So, one thing I don't like about Roll20 is when I select a creature that's a new creature, it ends up shorting out the site and I have to refresh it, which stinks.
I don't think it's supposed to be like that.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I'll write them a letter, don't worry.
I'm sure it has something to do with me.
You'd write the letter A.
Hey.
E.
Sorry.
That wasn't a candidate joke, but it can be.
It can? Duh.
It can a. Duh.
Oh,
Alright. So, time to add a whole bunch more to the initiative.
oh, there was like 47 other goblins we didn't see. Oh crap.
We just need to win this quickly.
We'll just take the rest of our invisibility potions because we only drank half, right? Just one ounce. Just a sniff. No, we drank the whole thing? Okay. Yikes.
Glad the first attack popped whatever was on there. I'm just a little disappointed that all of the damage disappeared.
Good job.
I mean, maybe it's just a flat amount of damage that it prevents. So, since I don't recognize the spell, I'm going to assume that it just flat prevents 44 damage exactly, and I feel okay about this.
Could be some sort of tricksy voodoo.
Her voodoo is stronger than ours.
For now.
Alright. So that brings us to the top of the round where Roger attacks Ulrich.
Ah, okay. I thought for a second something weird was happening.
So,
Be him.
you knew it was going to happen one day, Ulrich, as he actually says that to you, and does a slam attack at you. Uh, 13 does not meet your AC,
It's
correct?
not. I'm at an 18 right now with that.
Okay.
Hey, that's mine.
How about a 26 as he crits?
No.
Thanks for your honesty. Oh yeah, I should just roll that twice. So good news is his first roll was the lowest he could roll. Second was half. So 13 points of damage as he slams you with his left hand.
All right. Still up.
Orrak.
Hurt a lot, so I think Ulrich is going to make an attack with the. He's gonna. That hurts so much. He's gonna make an attack with the mace.
Okay,
25.
that's a hit.
Okay.
And who are you attacking? Are you
Oh,
attacking Roger? Okay. Get some of that unrepentant rage out of the way. Okay.
So that deals 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Do you not have the axe?
I wanted to shield up because I only had 18
Oh,
hit
gotcha.
points.
Yeah. Shield's good.
Yeah.
So that slam attack that hit you hard. We'll roll afterward to see if that's any lasting damage.
Oh, right. Forgot about that.
No problem. I generally, so like basically during the battle, if you incur a debilitating injury, even if it's like something where you've lost a limb or something like that, which is a rarer case for a roll, basically you're running on adrenaline right now, so you're not going to notice any severe injuries until the battle has stopped, one way or the other. All right. The green guys, one is going to advance on Belzian, and the other is going to advance on Yarvik.
Isn't one of them prone right now?
Oh yeah, you're right. Let's have him get back up. Thank you. I meant to mark him and I didn't. He was right here. Ulrich, since he left your area, you get an attack of opportunity.
And Ulrich will take it. 13. Does a 13 hit?
Checking real quick. It does.
Okay. He does 5 bludgeoning.
Okay. So, other guy gets up and moves up to Yarvik, but can't do anything else. Other one attacks Belzian.
Can't say I'm surprised.
It's a 12.
No.
How about an 8?
Also does not hit.
Okay, alright, so he misses both times as he kind of is also trying to slam you. That is the flesh golems. Roger, your turn. And you're muted, just as a heads up.
Sorry. Looking at distance. It's about the limit of what I can see there. So looks like Orrak has probably got that covered over there. I think we're just on like get line of sight to the king. Shoot. So maybe we can try and focus down somebody.
By the way, none of you can see Jordan anymore because he's still invisible while you all are not.
I remember where he is, though. I won't know where he's gone as soon as he moves, but... I think we're gonna knock a fire arrow and shoot that at the king.
Okay.
Actually, but I can sneak attack if I move here and shoot this guy because Orrak is in the way with him. Do I have clear line of sight to the doppelganger?
So Ulrich's in the way right now.
If I move further down, can I get clear line of sight? Like, does here have clear line of sight?
I would say be on the tracks and you'll be good because otherwise you've got the flesh golem kind of blocking you.
Okay, so we'll knock a fire arrow and shoot the changeling here.
Actually, you know what? You probably would have been. No, yeah, you're crossing it. So yeah, this is you're good there. Yeah.
Okay. So. Okay. Does a 19 hit?
I believe it does.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just realized my bot was not up, so I'm just taking care of that real quick. Alright, so... a 19... I would hope hits. It does, yes.
So get our fewer damage, our sneak attack damage, and then it's 1d6 fire, right? For the fire arrows.
Yes.
So 12, 6, 18, 5 is 23, 5 of which is fire.
Okay.
And then I will dash backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll dash backwards 20 feet just to get out of line of sight, or out of what I assume is vision for the king. Obviously, he'll see me if he moves.
Okay.
But he doesn't know where I've gone. So I can move my remaining 2 spaces this way. That's it for me.
Jordan's going to cast Healing Word on Ulrich at 2nd level. Take 9 healing. And he's going to knowing that his friends have things that they want to do that's area of effect, he's not going to get too close to the enemies, but he will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's up by this door up here. That brings us to Rita. All right, so Rita is going to turn invisible. So she disappears off of Ulrich's shoulders.
Orrak.
Yeah, Orrick's. Did I say Ulrich? Ulrich's shoulders. And you no longer know where she is.
Maybe repeat.
Jordan does, doesn't he? Jordan can
He
still
does.
see.
Yep. That's true.
Why, what if I missed? Why can Jordan see her?
What was that?
Why can Jordan still see her?
Because Jordan is still invisible.
If he casts a spell,
It wasn't an attack, was it?
he still casts a spell.
Okay.
I mean, not that I don't want him to be invisible, but
No, yeah, I know. Spell ends for a target that casts a spell. Okay, so yeah, he is visible. So that means that he did not move there. He moved here to be in combat. So no, Jordan cannot see that she's invisible. Woohoo! Even better.
Is it though?
Thank you, Shade.
we can keep our heads held high.
Zippo.
Let's see here. What's the range for me and the king?
Whoa.
I'll move here, and I'm gonna shoot a witch bolt at the king. 19 hit.
The king, it does, yes.
He takes 13 lightning damage and 2 fire damage, and me and him are connected with the beam now.
And I'm sorry, repeat that?
We're connected with the beam. It's a concentration spell. So next turn I can just force it to him to take the damage again instead of rolling.
Okay. And you said, so it's 13 plus 2?
Yep.
So that's 15. Alright.
So is Witch Bolt like just a line of lightning that's kind of sitting there on the battlefield, or
Yeah, it's like a beam of crackling blue energy that is connected between me and the target.
okay?
Can we walk through it by accident?
It doesn't say anything about people walking through it and taking damage. So I don't know.
I don't think that somebody walking through it gives total cover, so that won't end the spell.
Better question. Is the target now illuminated because he now has fire arrows in him and a lightning bolt pointed at him? So we should all be able to see him at this point.
So here's the thing. Fire, it kind of flashes, so you saw him for a moment, and then it fizzles out immediately. It's not ignited with anything that's like there's no fuel. It's just kind of an explosive, and then it goes
Also,
out, right? It's incendiary. Secondly, the while the electric does create some low light, you need like actual light, like bright light, in order to really be able to see much. So it's a good idea.
Knowing where he is,
Um,
he'd be able to like target weak spots and not just blink into his armor.
You can always draw a torch, Yarvik. Or say, anybody got some light, and we can probably add some light for you.
Who is it? Is it my turn? Whose turn is it?
So Zippo just went. The goblins are now going. 1, 2, 3, 4. The other one is moving out of the light toward Yarvik and making an attack. So Zippo, you're going to be attacked too.
Oh, no.
All right. So, Yarvik does 11 hit you?
Armor class 16.
Okay. Zippo, does a 7 hit you?
Class is 15.
Excellent. The other two goblins that are near Orrak are going to actually move. They're both going to be surrounding Orrak so that he's surrounded on 3 sides, but one's going to be attacking Jordan. The one that attacked Jordan hits. Ulrich, what's your AC?
18.
Yeah, the other one misses. By 1. Alright. So, Jordan takes 8 points of damage. Okay. Next is Belzian.
Oh. I'm gonna use an unarmed strike on nobody apparently. On the goblin in front of Norvik there. Does 13 hit?
I believe it does, yes.
Because immediately.
Yes, it does.
Immediately after the unarmed strike, I want to use a key point for an unarmed flurry of blows.
Okay.
I think transferred properly. So at 18. Now, I think flurry of blows actually gives 2 attacks. Hold on a sec. Immediately after you take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus. So that would be 3, right?
1 plus 2 is 3.
Yes.
So yeah, 13, 18, and 21 would all hit
Correct.
for 19 damage.
Okay, 19 toward Southie.
Yeah. And there's one other thing, being a monk of the open hand, you have to if you don't die immediately, you have to make a save. I'm just trying to find it here.
Ready to roll?
Where is it? Okay. I'm copying it to the thing. Whenever you hit with one of your flurry of blows attacks, you can impose one of the following effects on the target. Fall prone if it fails a dex saving throw, DC 14. Oh, I can impose one of them. Do a
So-
strength of DC 14.
Yeah. So do you choose the saving throw? I guess, and then
I think it's the intention that the player chooses it. So Belzian's going to try to push
if it
this guy
fails the
15,
strength.
push him 15 feet away.
Okay. So DC 14 strength.
Yes. I
I rolled a 22.
Okay.
You do not push me back.
Okay. But he still gets slapped in the head 3 times. Wah, pa, pa, pa. That's all Belzian can do for
Yes. All right. Still up.
now. Uh-oh.
So from above, Ulrich, you see arrows coming down in your direction, firing at Roger? Question mark. The arrow kind of hits the ground next to him, but at the same time, a figure lands behind him right here, and I'm just trying to figure out where my figurine went for him.
Allies. Maybe this is the carrot-headed dude.
There we go.
Archie Bunker.
Yarvik.
I guess the first thing I'll do is yell in the general vicinity of the fight for some kind of light, and then I know that Belzian just was beating the crap out of something directly in front of me, so I'm going to try to create a little space. How does that work if I can't see it, but it's right in front of me? Can I still hit it, or I don't know how that works.
So you can do a disengage instead of an action to basically spend your whole action to disengage from the figure in front of you, or I guess the figure's in front of you. So and then you can do a move from there, but that would be your action.
That's fine. I just I need to create some distance and wait for some light. So I'm going to disengage, and then I'm going to take probably. Let's see. Let's see what's going on over that Orrak. There's other Roger there. I want to go forward because I have to go through those guys. I'm gonna step back to the tracks and kind of disengage and ask for some light. And try to back up Belzian with these guys eventually, ready to attack.
Okay, so how far are you moving back?
So I guess 15 feet to the west and then 15 feet north. So probably.
And you can move your character.
Okay.
You can move your character.
So I'm moving it on my screen, but I don't know if you'll be able to see it on your screen. So I think I should maybe be on the.
Yep, there it goes. Okay. Alright, so Yarvik has successfully moved without taking damage. It is now Orrak's turn. Orrak, feeling confident, moves forward and engages with Belzian.
Hello.
He's going to make an attack against you. He critted.
Yeah.
All right, so take 7 points of damage.
Okay. Oof, you're a big boy.
So he has a second attack at disadvantage. The second attack was a 1 and a 20. So fortunately, it was at disadvantage instead of advantage.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
What's with all of these critical hits?
Loaded dice much?
All right, and that's Orrak. All right, Roger's turn. Not Roger, but Roger.
At least we're remembering my turn because there's two of me.
Roger's gonna turn and attack the guy that just appeared behind him. And misses both times. All right, Orrak.
Ulrich is going to use his action to use a conquering presence. So he will. You can only really see these three that are around him. Not
Right.
Roger and three goblins. They need to make a DC 14 or be right. With
Would frighten be? It's not a charmed condition, right? It's separate. Yeah. Figured I'd ask just to make sure. I thought so, but yeah. All right. So DC, what was that?
14 wisdom.
Okay. And then the two goblins. All right. So the two goblins to either side of you scream in terror. But Roger decides that he's unfazed by such frightening
That's fair.
efforts.
Yep. That is his action, so that's what we got.
Okay. Belzian, it looks like you're the only target for these guys.
Hello, he says in Goblin. This is gonna be like that episode of Seinfeld where Kramer's in the karate class with the kids.
What's your AC again?
18.
2 misses from the first one.
Zig, zag.
The second one manages to hit you once for 14 damage.
Ouch.
He maxed out on his first on his one of his rolls. All right. Roger. You're muted again.
Sorry, I keep muting because I'm typing a lot and it's really loud on this keyboard.
I don't mind one bit.
Well, more or less unobstructed line of sight here. The corner will probably be fine. Belzian, do you want me to shoot the king, or do you want me to take some of the heat off of you with the golems?
Please shoot at least one of these guys. Will the golems come back if we shoot them? I don't know. Maybe shoot the king.
We'll shoot at the king.
Although he did come back already.
He can't do that but so many times.
He did poop afterward.
If I've got a clear line of sight from where I am, I think I do. Then I think we're knocking another fire arrow, and we're gonna shoot.
How many more of those do you have?
No.
You've got 2 people that you're intersecting the square with. I would move one more up, or a couple more over.
So I've line of sight from here.
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
Okay. I'll move that back here. I do not have a lot of fire arrows, but I haven't used very many. So we've used one this.
You've used one this encounter. I
And
believe
at least
you've
one.
used one in another
Yeah,
one.
So I've got 8 currently, and it'll be going down to 7 after this shot. So attack.
It's a miss.
Yep. That is a miss. I'm going to use my rogue bonus action to hide. So I'm
Okay.
kind of behind things over here. If, so stealth. 13. I'll just take all of the low rolls and keep them in a little pile over.
Is that it for you?
That's all I got.
Okay, over to Jordan. Jordan is going to, despite being in combat, he's going to cast Dancing Lights. If I'm casting next to, but I'm I'm not Warcaster in this one. I'm mixing up my bards. So I will get an attack of opportunity for that. But so let's roll that first. This refreshing thing is a little annoying, but we move on. And he has disadvantage because he's frightened. Thank you. He does not succeed on the hit, thankfully. That disadvantage really helped. So I'm going to cast Dancing Lights. Since these guys are kind of perfect for that, but they need to be a little bit smaller in size, because I believe Dancing Lights is a 10-foot. Let's see, just double check that. Yeah, 10-foot radius. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. How's that look? Everybody can see that, right?
It's so great.
one thing I will also put down, because we've got it on the playing field at the moment, is the barrel. Before we lose track of where that is.
That spare fire arrow didn't happen to strike the barrel, did it?
Nope.
DK.
It looks very much like a DK barrel in that position there.
I wonder what kind of Cooper makes those Donkey Kong barrels. I don't know.
Koopa. It's a Koopa Kid, actually. But
Thank you.
One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Rita's turn came and went. Nothing really happened, as far as you know. Zippo,
My
your
Eldritch
turn.
Blast is still connected to the king, right?
Should be, yeah.
Or not my Eldritch Blast.
Still line of sight.
But, my Witch Bolt, so I'm just going to keep that active and make him take the damage again.
Okay.
It'll be 9 damage this time. 7 lightning, 2 fire.
And that second round, he doesn't need to make a save for that, correct?
He didn't even make a save for the first one.
It was just an AC
Yeah, it was
thing.
an AC thing.
And since it's still connected, it just continues to go like a secondary.
Yeah, as
round,
long
right?
as I keep the concentration for the full 1 minute, I can do the damage to him.
Gotcha. So you can do other things while doing it as long as you maintain
As
concentration.
long as I
Very
don't
nice.
cast a spell that takes concentration, I can keep it up.
Okay. So as you're maintaining this concentration and like grasping your roped lightning around the king and pulling it tight to deal more damage, the lightning arcs and kind of connects all together into a singular point around his face, and fill his eyes, and his eyes, as the lightning breaks, goes blank, and he collapses to the ground in a smoking heap.
Zippo.
Zippo.
It's only gonna get better from here, boys.
DED dead. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Nice.
All right. So, if I understand your channel divinity conquering presence, they're just frightened, correct? So they basically have disadvantage on ability rolls while in the source of fears within line of sight, and they can't willingly move closer to you. However, since they're as close as they can get to you, they can still attack you out of fear. They just get disadvantage. I think one is not going to be really happy to be near you and is going to actually get farther away from you and attack Jordan. Yep.
Go. 13 with 10 blessing damage.
13 does not hit.
Oh, okay. Then no.
The other one's going to attempt to attack you. Emphasis on attempt. And does not. He kind of just shakily tries swiping his blade and can't even bring himself to connect. The goblin that's facing Zippo. Zippo, what's your AC?
15.
Okay. And the one that's near Belzian moves up and attacks with a 22, which I believe is a hit.
Ouch.
I don't know. I rolled again.
What?
Okay, 3 damage for you.
Okay. Bilzian has 0 HP.
Belzian has 0 HP, huh?
Yeah, he's feeling hungry.
Okay. So Belzian collapses to the ground. All right. So when you reach 0, you're now unconscious and you're incapacitated. So you begin making death saves. Does he start death saves on this turn or next? On
Yeah,
his turn, right?
Yeah, so it would be this turn for me.
All right. So we will keep that in mind when it gets back to Belzian, which is consequently right now. So Belzian, make a death saving throw.
8.
All right. So, you're rolling against a death save difficulty class of a flat 10. So you failed your first death save.
Perfect. Wait, no, the opposite of that. Terrible.
Imperfect.
Huh? I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. All right. The cloaked figure with the red hair makes an attack against the doppelganger. He begins Alright, so he's going to do something very similar to Belzian and do 3 flurry of blows, all of which hit against the doppelganger. That's 16, 20 damage. The Not Roger looks bloodied. All right. At this point, he's also going to disengage. Oops. And move here. Alright. Ulrich. Or not Ulrich, sorry. Yarvik.
I am going to take out the 2 guys, or just take shots at the 2 guys to the south of Belzian. I'm assuming he's prone now, so I can shoot over him.
Belzian's unconscious, so yeah, he's laying on the ground.
And I'm going to use, I believe this you can do that. I'm going to use Installing Strike on the southwestmost guy, the one directly south of Belzian.
Okay.
So you attack first you do the hit, and then you do the spell, correct? Is that how this one works?
Yeah. So the green ones are the more hefty dudes, and then the one that's not green is just a normal goblin. So you're trying to do ensnarling strike,
The
correct?
southernmost one. One
Okay.
southernmost.
Let me just take a look at that real quick. Ensnaring strike. So you hit him with a weapon. A writhing mass of thorns appears on the point of impact. All right. So see if you hit him next. So you're basically. Oh wait. So this is So this you're using this as your bonus action. So go ahead and roll an attack.
So it's
15.
attack
Okay.
To do that?
Yes. So you shot with your longbow, which is a 15, which meter beats it. So you do connect. At which point, as soon as the arrow hits the goblin, a mass of thorny vines appears around that point of impact, and he now has to make a strength saving throw or be restrained by magical vines until the spell ends.
There is also a. It looks like there is also a damage. It looks like there's a damage component. I don't know how to do the thing where
Yes.
you post the spell to chat like these guys do.
Yeah, so if you look on the so you're looking at the spell right now. If you see up in the top right, it says display in VTT. So you've clicked on the spell, correct? So that you can see it in like the right hand column.
There it is.
Yep, there you go. Okay. So it is restrained, and it takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turns.
Okay.
And it failed its save, so he is grappled.
And then I get I'm gonna use Hordebreaker to shoot the guy directly behind him. So the one to the southeast of Belgium.
Sounds good. That's a hit. Okay. He's still up. But he's looking pretty bad too. Also, at this point, it's obvious that these guys are flesh golems. They look like those stitched together things. I didn't tell you about the transition, but as soon as they were hit the first time, they kind of transitioned over. I'll also note that the goblins are now pretty aimlessly frightened and attacking. I am rolling them at disadvantage because the king has died. The golems themselves, however, are not really seeming to be very affected by this king's death. All right. Orrak is dead, so now it is Roger's turn. Roger's going to do a disengage and start moving this direction. You know, classic Roger. All
Running
right.
away is pretty classic Roger.
Ulrich, your turn.
Okay. Well, he's got the goblin here, so he's gonna just take that goblin out.
Okay.
He's gonna miss.
Do you still have inspiration?
He does, but not willing to use it on a goblin.
Okay. Are you going to do anything else?
I don't have anything else to do. I guess he will just kind of circle around the guy.
Okay.
With the, actually, yeah. Just kind of try and get near his good friend. Go here, actually. So that eventually maybe do some healing.
Okay. Sounds good. Uh-huh. So, this flesh golem stupidly doesn't turn around and continues at Yarvik. This goblin is out of here. Oh, sorry, this goblin is out of here. And then this flesh golem moves up. Actually, you know what? Let's see here. He's actually in contact with this guy. He actually just turns and goes after Shadow.
The golem that moved away provokes an attack of opportunity, right?
He does. Yeah, I'm getting there.
Isn't he still in snow?
No, that's... Oh, yeah, you're right. This guy is still ensnarled, so he tries to... this guy needs to roll that 1d6 worth of damage. Thank you. I missed putting that marker on, which would have helped remind me. So 1d6... takes 6 points of damage and succumbs to his wounds.
Stop struggling. You will be detained.
I think that happened last time too. After one round, the vines kind of penetrated his body and kind of
Yeah, that was a crazy one. That guy
grew within him.
He became a beautiful flower.
Resistance is beautiful. Beautiful.
Resistance is stupid.
Alright, so it actually wasn't that goblin's turn, but it doesn't matter because it would have happened anyway. So let's do our flesh golems now. Alright, so 2 attacks. 1 hits and deals 16 damage to our shadowy friend. He goes oof. The other one tries to attack Yarvik. Yarvik, you ready for this?
No.
What's your AC?
16.
Okay. He does manage to hit you. 11 points of damage.
Okay.
Roger.
Start by moving back into view so we can see what's happening. What's this over here? Is that my clone?
Yes.
Back up just a second. Probably need them.
What was
I
that?
said if I back up just a bit, I probably have a clear line. So
Let's see.
nope, that's one.
So you're straight through shadow. Now remember, Belzian is currently unconscious on the ground.
Did I just have clear line of sight from here?
No, same line of sight.
Damn it. This shadowy dude has got to stop getting in my fire line. That goes to the Orrak. I don't think there's a clear one unless I move straight down.
Next to Zippo would be fine.
I can just move straight down.
Or out this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's exactly my movement. So, yeah, we'll come straight down. And, take a pot shot at him.
Okay.
I wonder if he can even see, considering that I'm... Depending on how...
You have advantage, I would say.
Shoot. You know what? I'm going to use another fire arrow because I want this guy. Thank God we have advantage. It's an 18 hit.
That's a hit.
Alright.
Good old reverse that critical fail.
1, 2, and then fire damage.
He kind of explodes into fire, cries out in pain. The fire is kind of superficial. It just kind of adds to the effect as you pierce him, and the color of his flesh melts away. The details of his body melt away, and he turns into this kind of blank, bluish, light blue skinned creature with subtle features and white eyes that collapses to the ground, devoid of clothing, devoid of anything but the weapons he had.
Man, these arrows are trippy.
You are now seeing the true form of a doppelganger. He's dead.
Hooray! And going to back up actually for my bonus action to 3. We'll back up to here, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Jordan's going to cast another spell, which is going to provoke another attack. And that misses. Gonna use his other second level slot to cast Healing Word again on our good buddy Belzian.
Oh.
$10 points of healing. So you're back up to 10, but laying prone on the ground.
Fantastic.
Of all the people currently prone on the ground, you are the most healthy.
Yes. Yes.
Elzian opens his eyes.
All right. That brings us to a certain queen. All right. She's going to make an attack. As she appears behind you, Roger.
All the way up here. Yeah, she's in time.
Oops. I put her on the wrong layer. That's unfortunate. Let's send to back. Okay. There we go. Token layer. There we go. Alright. her around. She, however, misses. All right, Zippo.
So, like, do the goblins look like they're still going to try to put up a fight, or are they more of like a, we don't really want to be here anymore kind of look?
Since they're going after you, you're not really sure, but two of them in front of you look pretty frightened, and then the one to the south of you just kind of died in a bushel of thorns. So,
Okay.
Zippo, back here, the queen.
That's my thought process, because I could just barely see her, like the very edge of my vision. So I'm gonna take the opportunity attack and move to here.
okay.
AC is 15.
Thank you. Let's see how we did. Fortunately, they're at disadvantage right now because they're frightened. 11.
Yay!
And I'm saying they're frightened even though he wasn't within Shade's range because they're all frightened now.
They just kind of mopped their king.
But technically, if
Yeah.
I'm within sight of them.
Yes, but those two are the ones that are affected by your spell.
Oh, I see.
This is a separate effect.
Frankly, the thing that Zippo did was terrifying.
Yeah.
If I move up
Yeah.
to here, can I get like a clean shot on her, not without shooting Roger?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast her then.
Okay.
Does a 25 hit?
It hits.
That does 13 force and 2 fire damage.
So 17 in all.
15 in all. Total. 13 force, 2 fire.
Oh, I thought you said 4 fire. Sorry. Okay.
That'd be it for Zippo.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Attack of opportunity from Jordan for that one. Erg. It's a hit. Ooh. Yeah, he didn't get that far. He died. One. He can't move that direction because of you. He tries to. He kind of like doesn't know what to do, so he runs over to the cart and hides in it. The throne. He's disengaging from you, Shade, so you get an attack of opportunity. And then by disengaging, I mean he's not disengaging, he's just fleeing.
Oh, okay. Hang on 1 second. 23.
23 hits, yes. 6 bludgeoning. All right. And that's the goblins, which brings us to Belzian.
Belzian's just chilling on the floor at the moment. Can I use my movement to stand up and then make
Okay.
an attack? And then
Sure.
use my bonus to make my other attack? Yes. Yes, I
If you have a bonus if you have an attack that allows you to use the bonus, of
do.
course.
Yay. Hmm.
26 hits.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're attacking this dude
Is that a
here.
critical?
Yeah.
So roll double damage, please. So roll damage again, basically.
Plus 7. 17.
Okay, so this flesh golem seems to be like starting to come apart at the seams a bit from all the damage that's been done to him. And as you basically jump up from off the ground, you kind of uppercut this flesh golem, and it kind of just comes apart in your fist.
Yeah.
And kind of falls to pieces. So it's one of those like, and it just kind of collapses around your fist.
Ooh.
You would be proud.
First down forward punch for sure.
Sure, you can.
Quarter circle and punch. Yeah.
Okay, so that was your attack. Correct?
Now, for prone, it normally says it takes half your movement to stand up. What say you, DM?
If that's what for prone says it's half your movement to get up, then you still have 15 feet.
20 feet, actually.
20 feet, yes.
Head this way. Hang out with Yarvik over here.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
So you've used your attack and your movement. You said you had a bonus attack that you could use too?
So I could use
Or bonus
flurry of blows up here.
bonus action?
Let's,
Because flurry of blows is bonus, correct?
yes, actually. Does 21 hit?
21 hits, and so does 10.
So, 15.
15 damage. Okay. All right. Moving on to Shadow's turn, because Belzian's done. He's going to move forward. And also attack it. So you use the key point to use that flurry of blows, right? So he's making an attack. It's a hit. He'll spend a... yep, there we go. That's a hit 2. Alright. So that is 15 more damage. Alright. So he does more damage there. And it is now Yarvik's turn.
So, yeah, hag, Rita, she's not behind Ulrich, correct? She's back behind Roger.
No, she's behind Roger
She's
back
in the
here.
darkness.
She's in the darkness. You can't see her. Yeah. In fact, we're pinging something you can't see.
I am going to. It has taken a lot of damage.
Yep.
You know what? I'm going to do another ensnarling strike just because, and I'm going to try to just melt this guy too. We'll see what happens. So it's 11 hit.
11 does hit. Yes. So I need to make a strength save, correct?
Post it one more time for 1 second.
So you're shooting. So actually, one thing. So you're shooting at him with a longbow. He's right in front of you.
Is that an issue or?
That provoked.
I'm gonna ask Shade about that real quick. Somebody's shooting with a bow at like right in front of somebody. Does that incur any issues?
So in 3.5, that was an attack of opportunity, but in 5,
Right.
all it does whenever you do any kind of range attack, spell, or weapon is give this. That's all. Anytime someone is in melee range, even if they're not.
I'm sorry, you kind of cut out a little bit.
So if you are casting a ranged spell, but so that is to say not something that saves, but it actually
Yeah.
makes a rolled ranged attack or shooting a weapon, you get disadvantage regardless of whether the target is the person that's right next to you or you are targeting someone further away. So as long as you're in melee range, you get disadvantage.
Okay, so you'll get disadvantage on the roll. So Jaeger, just roll a second time.
All right.
Thank you, Shade. Well, that would have been a critical, but since it's disadvantage, it's just your high roll, so you still hit. So I will make my strength check. What's the DC?
DC. Is that in the strength check against your spell save DC?
Looks like save DC is 12 for you. Yeah, strength of 12. It says it next to the spell. So I beat that with a 19. So I'm not affected by the thorns. I'm not restrained.
So then it's just a regular damage roll after that.
So if I'm restrained, yeah, so it's just the piercing damage from your arrow. 6 piercing. Okay, he's looking bloodied. If you could call ooze blood. All right. Anything else, Yarvik?
No, just defend. Still there.
Okay. Top of the round, Ulrich.
Alright, Ulrich is going to... I mean, he figures the guy is afraid, but he has no way to know where he is.
Yeah, so basically you have the one hiding in the cart and then the one hiding, or the one hitting Yarvik
But-
between Shadow and Belzine. And
Right, I was just thinking
whatnot.
at the very least he understands that she isn't here.
Yes.
So he is going to drop... No, he'll just run up to the guy everyone's ganging up on. And give that guy a good whack.
Okay.
14
Hit.
and 9. Bludgeoning.
Okay. So your 9 bludgeoning caves in the golem's head, and he collapses to the ground, dead, crumbled as well. Which is good because it would have been their turn next.
Yep, and he takes one more movement at a diagonal here, and I think he actually has. He would have been able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He actually has one more. Gets right next to Belzian.
Okay.
Where's Rita? And that's his turn.
Sounds good.
You can't see her? Belgian's just pointing at what he thinks is obvious.
Roger?
All right. So
Rita still looks like this green goblin woman. Same, a little shorter than you, and she's smiling wickedly at you, although she does look a bit frustrated.
So I want to disengage with my bonus action so that I can have a clean shot to fire at her.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could switch weapons, but that takes time. So, actually, how much time does what action is it to switch weapons?
It's a move action.
Oh, okay. I don't need my move action. Just gonna. So I'll switch to my my sword. We'll use our bonus action to get around to the other side of her.
Okay, so I believe you're basically at this point dropping your bow and pulling your sword out as a move.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how it is.
I can pick up the bow again.
Yeah.
Not like she has any arrows. We'll dash around to the other side of her to clean up line of sight whenever frees a bow. And we'll stab her.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
It does not.
Okay. And I'm going to yell out, she's over here. Jordan, can you move the light? And that'll be my turn.
All right. So now it is Jordan's turn. He's going to dance his lights out that direction. He can move them up to 60 feet in a new spot within range, as long as they're 120 feet of me, which is going to be pretty easy to do. Oh, that's interesting. The X does not follow the target. Oh, I killed the light. That's funny. Alright,
You
so light.
destroyed the sun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, and the lights kind of swoop down the passage. 3. So that's 30, 40, 50, 60. And he's gonna keep this one around there. It's just trying to make a path so that like people can actually like walk there, you know, without too much encumbrance.
Charge.
Hmm?
Or charge.
Yeah. And then he's gonna move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let me just kill this guy again. Excuse me. There we go. All right. Rita is going to turn again and try and attack you. She really, for some reason, doesn't like you, Roger. It just seems that way.
That's just who I am.
You're used to it.
And she fails again. And she screeches in frustration as her claws seem to just scratch at your leather armor. It's leather, right?
Yeah, I'm almost certainly wearing leather. Yes, leather.
She begins cursing at you in Sylvian.
Anything particularly nasty?
Something related to your ancestors, something. Not something that's Twitch appropriate, for sure. Gasp. Zippo, your turn.
Name broke, don't fix it. So I'm gonna fire Elder's Blast again.
Okay.
20 to hit.
Uh, 20 hits.
Does 9 force and 2 fire damage.
Okay. This goblin goes wee all the way home and leaves. He continues out. And is
He
gone.
will be missed.
Certainly nothing bad could happen of that.
Who knows what the other goblin is doing from the distance that you guys are all in? Belgian can see that he's still cowering in the cart. Zippo can just manage to see it. Speaking of Belzian, what are you doing?
I'm going to move my 40 feet and in a silly show do an unarmed strike that's actually like a super cool jump kick.
Okay.
17.
17 hits.
Wow. For 8.
Okay. 8 damage.
And do,
Ow.
and do my other one as well. Although it's not as exciting. 8.
That's a mess.
Such is my turn.
Okay. Shadow takes a move action. And ends his turn. Yarvik.
Kind of move to a better location for a clearer shot. Probably here. And then take a shot. It's Rita.
I'm sorry, that's a miss.
Her AC is 17. Got a +1 you can get on there.
Yeah, nothing Like, I mean, I could use inspiration. Would that make a difference? Is that the scenario?
You could using inspiration does a reroll, but so you.
I think I'm good. I kind of want to hang on to that.
Okay. You can always get other inspiration awarded by the DM. So inspiration's meant to be used. It's not like that doorknob that you save for the entire campaign.
All right, I guess I will have Yarvik will focus down in determination, knock another arrow, and try again.
So it's more like as you fire the bow, it like flies wild, but you kind of are used to sometimes firing wild because of the wind, and it kind of curves back into her and manages to hit. So that's a 27. That's a hit. So 9. Okay. She's looking bloodied. Meaning that she's hurting.
We got her on the ropes.
Orrak.
Yep. Ulrich is going to not be able to make it, but he'll use his dash action. Kind of box her in a little bit. Oh, you know what?
Okay.
Actually, though, he would go the other side so that she does not run towards him.
So this side?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. That's him.
Perfect. Roger.
Let's see. So we're gonna stab her. Now that everybody's around, get her sneak attack on.
Yeah.
Assuming we don't miss, which we did.
Don't forget you have advantage. That's how you get a sneak attack.
Oh, I have advantage. I don't think I have advantage right now.
Well, you've got somebody directly on the other side of her.
Does that give advantage? Or is that just allowing you to do sneak attack because the way sneak attack's loaded?
So, yeah, flanking rules are a little wonky. I think I posted something about flanking in our chat at one point just to clarify it. Let me see if I can find it quickly.
Because you don't need advantage if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it.
Right.
So, but I don't think that means I have advantage.
No, you don't have advantage unless you're in the opposite point.
Let's see.
So flanking on squares. When in doubt about whether two creatures flank an enemy on a grid, trace an imaginary line between the centers of the creature spaces. If the line passes through opposite sides or corners of the enemy is flanked. I'm for running this, but it means exclusively that two people need to be on opposing sides of the enemy to grant advantage, which at this point it does.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I will stop trying to argue against people.
No, you're fine.
26.
That does hit. Yep.
So 9 plus 7, 16 damage.
Yes.
Is she still up?
She's still up.
I'm kind of concerned about the shadowy dude running off with Orc's head. since we left nobody to guard the corpse of the person we actually came here to get paid for. Did Rogers...
Looking over at him, he is hacking off the king's head right now.
Yeah, we're gonna go and disengage his half movement speed, right?
No,
Disengage.
Disengage is
No, it's an action.
or
yes.
bonus action.
And then after you take that as an action, then you can move your full. But right now you've
I've got a bonus
used your action to attack.
bonus action lets
So
me disengage.
Oh, right, yeah. Bonus action lets you disengage, but you can't move. So.
I have movement speed.
Oh, you do. Yeah, you're right. Yep, you're good.
We'll disengage and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see. Jordan, stop him from taking Orrak's head. Or Zippo, stop him from taking Orrak's head.
Elzian says, "Oh yeah."
You shadowy man, that's my money. our money. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Jordan turns and looks at Shadow.
Did Jordan even see anything?
He looks at the direction of Shadow and says, "Where is he?" Yeah, I was checking to see. Yeah, so he moves one of the light balls back toward the direction the king was at, and stops it when he sees him, and moves forward to try and stop him from hacking at Orrak's head. He's going to make a grapple attempt, I guess. Which would be, what, an opposed strength check?
Isn't it athletics?
Yeah, let's do that. Versus
Yeah, the grapple needs
Shadows.
to choose athletics for acrobatics, and the grappler has to choose athletics.
Oh, well, Jordan's definitely going to choose acrobatics, so excuse that roll.
Sorry, just to clarify, if Jordan's making the grapple, he can only.
I'm sorry, say that
The
again?
person making the grapple has to use athletics. The person being grappled can use
Got it.
Basically, you can resist by being a squirmy little acrobat, or you can resist by being strong. But you can only grapple by being strong.
And he kind of holds Shadow in place. Shadow has his hand kind of holding Orrak's head, which is hanging loosely from his hand as Jordan's got him in place. All right. So the hag turns and looks at both Belzian and Ulrich and kind of sighs and says, "You have all ruined my fun. How about we make a deal? Are you interested? Or shall I show you my true form?"
Elzian looks over at Ulrich and Yarvik. What do you think, guys?
looking a little under the weather, both of you, she says, eyeing both Ulrich and Belzian.
Man,
I'd hate to have you turn into one of my pets, she says, gesturing at the flesh
I
golems.
got a feeling that we'd turn you into one of them first. So why don't you say the deal before we make agreements?
I just wanted to know if you were even interested. You came wielding weapons. You didn't even want to hear me out.
I am a weapon.
Right. I guess what I'm saying, just to be a little more succinct, is rather than make an offer, say what you want so that we can make the consideration.
Well, we would have to stop fighting first in order for us to discuss.
So wouldn't it,
Shall we have a truce?
I'm just saying, there's been about 3 separate sentences between the two of us here in the last second here.
Yeah.
It would have taken you just as much time to say it. Say it.
Tell us what you want, or we will beat it out of you.
If you want to consider that a truce, I mean, consider it a truce. I'm not going to let go of my mace. And you ain't moving.
She thinks for a moment and says, "Allow me to step back unharmed, and I will give you a deal."
Is the deal death? Because I don't really want that.
No, no. Of course not, my dear.
I don't like this.
I'd say there's nothing stopping you from stepping away from us. All you'd have to do is put a little more elbow grease in how you move.
Fair enough, she says, as she also goes invisible.
Alright.
She's gone again.
Alright. Yes, Benji. Yes, what do you need? Alright. Zippo?
I'm very sad I was going to shoot her with Eldritch Blast, even if they made the deal. I have no idea where she could have went. So I guess the only thing I can do is...
Stop this man from stealing our money.
Exactly. So I'm going to move my full 30 feet over to here, and is what's his face's head like still like partially on there, or is it in his hands?
No, it's in his hand. He moved and spent his round to cut it off and basically was holding it when Jordan restrained him.
Gonna tell him like just hand the head over and nobody dies. And I reach my hand out for the head.
Okay. All right. So we have a few things we can do here. There's 2 people that need to be having talking to, I guess. One being Rita, and one being Shadow.
Yeah.
At this point, do we want to end combat and discuss, or do we want to keep it round?
I guess
order?
I should have, and this is on me, but did we sense that she moved away because could we have like taken a disadvantage attack of opportunity?
You could not tell any movement from her after she disappeared. So she could be right there in front of you.
You could always make a swing at the space, I guess.
Yeah.
Just to check.
But I mean, since she went invisible, I'm personally for Pacifer's metagaming a little here, calling out to her and saying, "All right, we can't see you. I suppose that's an equal playing ground. What's your deal?"
I can help you get what you want, and you can help me get what I want. The mayor is related to me. And he doesn't want anyone to know. But he comes from a long line of my family. And I've come to claim what is rightfully mine. And since he would not allow me to reclaim it, I have gathered an army. All I wish is an audience with him. He would spurn me. All I want is an item. I don't need the town. I just need the family heirloom.
I mean, what is it that you suppose we want?
Money, of course.
He's definitely got us on
It's
Does she seem to be like? Does it sound like she's right in front of us?
She sounds close.
Okay.
In front of you, not right in front of you.
Gotcha.
I can tell you what you're looking for, Orrak. Yes, I know your name. My friend, or should I say your friend that you killed, told me things about each of you. Good little spy. You're looking for dissenters, and I know where they lay. They're all around you. One of which is right here in this room. And she starts giggling at this point. Don't you want to know which one? Then let's make a deal.
I mean,
You guys doing anything with Shadow while this is happening?
Zippo's still demanding the head.
Roger's going to get around behind him, if he can.
Okay, so while you're moving up behind, so you're moving up behind Shadow?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Shadow, as you're approaching, says, "No, I think that I will be taking this reward, but I thank you for your help. I'll remember this." And he kind of wriggles a bit to try and get out of Jordan's grasp. So this is going to happen before you get there, Amethyst, just because we're still in chronological order.
Okay. So,
So if he doesn't succeed, then you'll be up behind him.
Well, if he does succeed, then I want to do something else for him.
He does break free. Okay, so what you see next is kind of like the figure of this figure kind of folds in on itself as if he's folding in half and stepping into the darkness that's behind him. It looks like he just takes a 5-foot step, but he disappears into the darkness as soon as he steps into it.
So in other words, he's Homer disappearing into the bushes.
Sure. What I will say about that, however, is he reappears over there. So, Yarvik, you don't see him, but a few of the others can.
Can I Eldritch Blast him?
Well, we can go into that order. So it was Shadow. Yarvik, are you doing anything?
Well, I can't see Rita and I can't see Shadow, so...
Right.
Correct.
Nope.
Perfect. Up against the wall.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move down with Belzy and Owen.
Okay. Ulrich.
And I'm gonna just kind of be muttering under my breath. We should have shot her. Why didn't we shoot her?
Stabbed her as much as I could, man.
She slashed at you as much as she could too. Pesky little leather armors.
Alright, well, I mean, it sounds like we're gonna have to shake on it. Or I don't know how you do your contracts. Do I sign something? And just to be clear, DM, he has absolutely no intention of taking her up on this deal.
Yeah. Do you want to roll a deception for that?
Sure. 13.
Okay. Well, if you would like to shake on it, enter the northern door at the back of the hall. I'll meet you there, Ulrich. Good old Ulrich.
Can he hear? You know, you said previously that it sounded like he was straight ahead, roughly.
She is somewhere within the leftmost orb of light.
He'll
She's in that direction.
proceed towards that direction. Is that roughly the direction
Okay.
he was directing him towards as well?
Down the northern door at the end of the passage here.
Okay, yeah, he can't see any of that. So, I mean, I can see the clicking, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, he'll kind of go this direction. and offer, well, I don't really know why we need to go to a different room to settle matters right here. Here, I'll tell you what, I'll sheath my weapon and my shield.
Good search. Oh.
All right. All right. So that's what Ulrich does. Roger.
So how would... So I've got enough movement to get up close to him. Can I try and snatch the head out of the guy's hand? What would that be?
I guess a disarm.
How disarming works in 5th edition.
Yeah, something to look up.
We'll make the movement anyway.
So a downed foe, it's easy to disarm. Let's see. The closest thing to general rule I can see is grappling, shoving a creature. So it's kind of a grapple. A creature can use a weapon attack to knock a weapon. It officially suggests that for disarm attacks, yeah, I'll put it up. So this is what one site says. Creature can use a weapon to knock a weapon of another item from a target's grasp. The attacker makes an attack roll contested by the target's strength. So it's kind of like a grapple check, but if the attacker wins the contest, the attack causes no damage or other ill effect, but the defender drops the item. The attacker has disadvantage on its attack roll if the target is holding the item with 2 or more hands. The target has advantage on its ability check if it's larger than the attacking creature, or disadvantage if it's smaller. You guys are about the same size.
I mean, I guess knocking it out of his hands puts it on the ground where somebody like Belzian could grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely better than stabbing. So I guess I'll do the attack roll posed by
Okay.
whatever check he's gonna make. So 13.
Athletics,
Or
I think it said, right? Athletics or acrobatics, right?
yeah.
He kind of moves his hand out of the way. Like, ah!
Well, I'm gonna kind of like loudly shout at the rest of the party. He's running away with Orrak's head.
Well, you can't see this, fellows, but that mysterious shadowy figure is just hanging out in the shadows.
Jordan can't really see where it is.
Jordan can see Roger, though, right?
Yes. And he has no attack spells. Okay, so what Jordan does is he casts Fairy Fire in the area where Roger is. So each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light. Green. No, violet. Any creature in the area when this spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails its dexterity saving throw. So basically he'll be outlined and everybody will be able to see him in darkness because it'll be a 10-foot radius of dim light.
Cool.
Okay. Any attack roll against affected creature or object has advantage too, which will help. So let's see if he makes his dex save. That's the only thing. So that's a dex of 14. He makes it. It's worth a shot. That would have been great. So, are you choosing to dodge that, Roger? Or are you going to let that hit you?
I might as well dodge it.
The only thing I will say... Oh, you don't. So, now you glow with 10-foot radius of low light, which does actually help the party. And the reason why it helps the party
Now he's just
because now people can see him. Yeah.
Thank God my low rolls were good for something.
All right, so let me just check and see. Yeah, you guys can see Shadow now. All right. Okay. So, the hag reappears twice, each offering a hand to Ulrich. You let me live and get me the item, and I'll tell you the dissenters amongst you and give you gold. They both say.
He squints at them, trying to discern which one's real.
Okay. They take no actions to attack you at this point.
Okay.
Zippo. So, we're still in order, so I'll get to you.
I do not like the guy trying to run away with my money. So I'm going to Eldritch Blossom.
Okay.
22 hit.
22 hits.
Does 8 force and 2 fire.
Okay. So 10 damage.
As it hits, I'm like, just give me the head. You can leave after.
He grunts and says, I need it.
Not as bad as I do. I got a dog to take care of.
Belzian.
Now Belzian sees the two hags appear, kind of just rolls his eyes. Gold doesn't really interest me, but I'll be right back. And just kind of runs up the shadow to attempt a grapple.
Okay.
That would just be a regular unarmed strike, right? Yeah. I don't think there's much grappling going on with 12.
So with a 12, with grapple we were ignoring AC and it's going straight by rolls, correct?
Yeah, and Dozen's got to roll athletics, not an armed
Yep.
attack.
Athletics
so-
versus either athletics or acrobatics.
He picked acrobatics and rolled a 1, so I don't think there's any way Dozen doesn't grapple in here.
Yeah.
Where do you think you're going? Can I use my bonus action attack to do a shove attack to knock him prone?
Yeah, you can.
Sure.
If you have the attack action, you can always replace an attack action with either a grapple or a shove.
Can't I have him grappled and shoved?
And prone. It's one of my favorite moves. You're pinning them to the. You're doing a wrestling pin.
Hoorah!
You can assassinate with things with this.
What would I roll for that?
It's the exact same stuff.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We rolled 20.
That's
And
fast grapple again.
so 20 for athletics.
And what do I need to do?
You roll
Same thing.
acrobatics or athletics against him again.
Okay.
Elzium's ninjutsu is strong.
Yes.
All right. So, what are you accomplishing with
He's
this?
now
Pretty-
grappled
Just,
and prone.
Pretty much just got him pinned on the ground.
You hogtied him. Yeah.
Very cool. You wait here a moment. We have some talking to do. And I'll just sit on him.
Okay. All right. So Shadow's obviously going to try and get out of this. To get out of what you've put me into,
So in 3.5,
mhm.
Pin was basically a second stage of grapple that you had to break out twice.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not that way here.
Yeah.
It's just a half movement speed to stand up to being prone, and you're just getting out of the grapple per usual. So
Okay. So you're sitting on me, and I have to force my way up.
That's what I was looking for.
Escaping a grapple. Yeah, a creature can use its action to escape. To do so, it must succeed on a strength, athletics, or dex.
the thing here is that with it being grappled, its movement speed is 0, so you can't move until you escape the grapple.
Right, exactly. So, I have to escape the grapple first in order to stand.
Is attempting
Right.
to escape provoke attacks of opportunity in 5th edition?
Not until they move out of your attack range, but
Right,
on
yeah.
top of this, because... Oh no, disregard.
Well, Dozen has to make an athletics check right now and beat a 9.
Nani? 9.
I think they both.
Oh damn.
Yeah, he did, and Dozen got a 24.
So I haven't rolled the 9 yet. I haven't rolled yet.
Oh.
I'm looking at some stuff here.
Okay, we'll just sit on that one.
Literally.
So,
While you're thinking, Belzian compliments your flurry of blows. It was very good work there, mysterious shadow man. But can't just be running away.
So I have one question. If I'm grappled, I can still cast spells, right?
Yeah, but if the ranged spell attack, then you still have the disadvantage.
No, it's not ranged, and it's not. It doesn't have any somatic components. I don't know if that matters
No, it wouldn't matter here.
this edition. Okay. All right.
Does casting provoke an attack of opportunity?
Nope.
Jordan had a bunch of AOs taken against him this combat. Are we sure?
I'm positive. I'm sorry. I just wasn't.
It was just me doing 3.5 shit against Jordan, but he didn't get hit anyway, so it didn't really matter too much.
That's why I didn't come in at the time, because it's like, that probably won't come up again.
Okay, so did anything get hidden for you guys?
It's all
Not.
hidden. We have
Yeah,
nothing from you. As far as like text.
Yeah, I didn't see anything in the chat.
How about now?
Nope.
I see nothing.
Nope.
No? Interesting.
Presumably, it's not showing us old rules that have already.
Now I see
Okay.
blackness. Did you draw that yourself?
We did.
I did. Yeah.
Colored inside the lines, pretty good.
So the area, so he kind of like starts speaking quietly to himself, and all of a sudden darkness radiates from him and out to 15-foot radius. Those of you next to him are completely blind now, and nobody can see into this darkness, including people who can normally see into darkness.
I both
You
have
can-
seen and have not seen this before.
You can. Belzian still hasn't pinned yet, right?
Yes.
He still got him.
I got him. Maybe, Roger, you could grab this Goblin King head. It's here somewhere.
I'm gonna wait for it to be my turn again.
Yarvik?
Yarvik's going to slide over to Ulrich, space away, just to kind of be there to back up the play. Keeping an eye on both Ritas.
Okay.
He's going to be ready. So he's going to be ready with his arrow. He's got to have an arrow knock. He's going to be ready for an attack. He's clearly showing her that he's ready for an attack.
All right, so we're going to be up at top of the round, but before we do that, I just need to say goodnight to my wife. So I will be right back. If you guys want to discuss quickly, or if you need to take a quick break, we can do a quick bathroom break. I know it's a little later on in the episode for a BRB break, but whatever you guys would like to do, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
I may go get a glass of water real quick.
Hydrate or dihydrate. What do you need?
Likewise, but
Yeah, just left my dude just grappling some dude in the dark, D&D times.
we'll just wait for Amethyst to get back. Or for you guys to get back. Sorry we didn't take a break earlier. We're kind of still in the midst of combat.
Those combat-heavy episodes.
Yeah.
Have a second. So, are we allowed to multi-class? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay, so when I'm multi-class, is there any like specific ones I can definitely have, or is it like if it shows up, I can probably pick it?
Run it by me if it's not something from the core.
Yeah, the two I'm looking at, as I'm gonna take a sorcerer as my multi-class, if I get more spell slots, and I'm thinking, Xanathar's Guide to Everything has Shadow Sorcerer, which I like, but the Unearthed Arcana has Phoenix Sorcerer, which I'm a big fan of, but I don't know if it'll show up on the D&D Beyond.
We'll have to take a look. We can talk about it whenever you decide to take that as level, when you level up or whatnot. Roger did just appear back, so Roger is inappropriate.
Roger.
Is there anyone we are missing still? Is Orrak gone? I believe he is. If there was a cat on the chair, it would be perfectly square.
I guess the question is, do we want Roger to run out of the darkness so that we can try and catch him if/when he escapes the grapple here? Or do I run up and try and grab the head from while blind?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to disarm when you. It's hard. Yeah, that's an interesting thing because the whole disarm thing is about like a grapple check basically. So I guess technically Belzian could try and wrest it out of his hands while he's grappling at this point, since they're in a grapple. He's trying to do the same thing that you were, just right now he's incapacitating his movement instead of trying to get something out of his hand.
Easy and strong. Do you think this guy can see in the magical darkness as well? What I'm assuming is magical darkness.
We gotta assume he can see.
But we can feel.
It's a good question.
We can feel. If you can feel Belzian, we can communicate with our voices. We could probably find what he's holding. Or you might be able to do that in the dark. Just pat around.
Or we could just try and put him down and wait it out.
Welcome back.
I assume there becomes a point where you have enough people pinning somebody that it's just not worth it for them to try and escape.
All right, so we're all back at this point, I believe, correct?
Yep.
So, It is the top of the round. So, Ulrich, what is your action?
Well, since it would be probably an action to investigate, I'm guessing.
It would, yeah.
Ulrich will move up 1 square and reach his hand out to the one to his left.
Okay.
And as soon as they've grabbed hands, he's going to try a grapple.
Basically, you're not willingly, by shaking the hand, you're not willingly giving, you're not accepting the terms.
Right, it's not an acceptance, it's a, hey, great, you've given me a entry point into grappling you.
Okay. So you chose the left one?
Left one. Let's hope it's the right one.
All right. So you go to make a grapple. Roll a grapple.
25.
You go and grapple the hag and pass right through her, and the illusion dissipates.
Great. Knowing that he has the ability to do an attack of opportunity the moment the one to his right starts to go away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you using any of the rest of your movement?
Want to be up against the one on the right. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's a little closer to her. I don't know why you gave me the runaround like that. Want to shake hands still?
Roger?
So I'm not even sure what my options are here. We'll pull out the sword and start stabbing, but I don't want to hit bells yet.
Got pretty good AC.
Yeah. So does this guy, it would seem. So I could try and wrest the head away from him, or I could just join the grapple. And I don't know how 5th edition grappling works with multiple people trying to pin the same person.
I would say if you're trying to do something with this guy blind, it's as if he had full cover, right? Because
in 3.5 it would be full concealment, which is different.
Right. So here it's just you just can't see. It's like with the invisibility, you can't see them.
yeah,
Not technically total cover in the sense of
There's nothing between us.
being behind a wall or something like that.
nothing in between us.
There's actually
But
bells in between us. The thing is, I know exactly where he is because he hasn't moved.
Yeah.
So, I can get into the square and do things, but
I think unless he has the ability to see in this darkness, any kind of disadvantages that would be meted out here would be equivalent for each other, right? So
You're right, yeah.
advantage.
Yeah, because he has advantage in the darkness,
Oh, so
but but he's grappled, so technically he has just straight.
Well, but that actually won't. His grapple and prone status won't actually affect like acrobatics roll here.
Right. Okay. So a blinded creature cannot see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So you have disadvantage against shadow in the darkness. Because you know where he is. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be able to. It would probably be almost impossible to grapple him in the darkness unless you knew exactly where he was. So, since you do and he's next to you, I'd say you'd have disadvantage to fully get a hold on him and find what you're looking for. But he wouldn't be able to. He probably wouldn't have advantage on it.
So here's the thought. I have a bag of caltrops.
Okay.
I could dump the bag of caltrops out into the space that Belzian and the Shadow Dude are in. There's no way he could avoid those with him being pinned on the ground.
Okay.
Belzian, you could take a little stab at the foot, right?
Why do you ask? I'm barefoot. Or wearing sandals. We have not determined that.
I guess I'll dump out the bag of caltrops in the space with the ninjas.
What's that? What is that tinkling noise? What is it doing? What are you doing?
Don't move, or sharp, pointy things await your unarmored feet.
I appreciate the help, Roger.
And then I guess I'll dash backwards out of the darkness, or move at whatever speed I can out of the darkness.
Okay. I mean, you can move at full speed. It's just what you don't want to hit or not, right? So you're spreading caltrops in how many squares? Does it?
I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't know how 5th edition handles caltrops.
Okay. And then you're going full backward.
I can cover a square area that's 5 feet on a side.
5 feet. Yeah.
And it's a DC 15 dexterity saving throw, or stop moving this turn and take 1 piercing damage for any creature that enters the area.
So you're throwing it at his feet, basically.
Yeah, we're just dumping it out around Belzian. Because they're right in front of me. It's like, but if either of you two stand up, you know.
Okay, so what we'll do here is there's 3 squares in the area in which you know Belzian and Shadow are. Roll a 1d6.
They were right in front of me. I know exactly where they are.
Yeah, okay, alright. I'll give that to you. Yep, that's fine.
Are we on
Fair.
the same square, me and Shadow Man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Alright, and then go ahead and move yourself out.
Drop text for reference.
Yeah, Bane put that in too.
Yes, but he missed the part where it reduces their movement speed.
Fair enough.
So, and now that I'm out, I guess I see the hag here. I'll just stand next to her.
Okay.
Oh, well, hello there.
Yeah, Jordan's really got nothing right now. He's gonna move like he's kind of staying in this. He's gonna ready an action for if he sees Shadow. He's going to. Know what? He's gonna start singing, and he's going to give Zippo a mote of inspiration. A mote of potential. Okay. Hag is gonna try and charm Ulrich. Ulrich, make a wisdom save, please.
Hey, remember that inspiration I have?
Mm-hmm. Okay, you break the save.
I love how you worded that too. Because like, hey, you remember that inspiration I still got?
That's why you don't waste it on goblins.
All right. Tit for tat, my love, she says.
I'm not looking for either.
Zippo.
I can't see my main target, so looks like the witch has got to get shot. Can I get like a clean shot on her, or is she blocked by Roger?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, 13 misses.
13
What about
misses,
the
yep.
mode of potential, though?
So mode of potential, what that does is on an attack roll, the target and each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet must succeed on a con saving throw 14 or take thunder damage equal to the number rolled, or you can just use it as normal and add a 1d6 to your inspiration to try and beat.
I'm gonna do the 1d6. 16.
Nope.
It's off by 1.
Belzian.
I will continue sitting on this person, making awkward small talk. Did you want me to re-roll any athletics to see if it stays, or you just? I think I only have to roll it.
I think it holds until I. So you can try and do something with that grapple.
I try to wrestle ahead of him. I'm assuming he's holding a goblin head. Can I take
Yes. Yeah. So let's do a straight strength check to try. You try and pry it out of Shadow's hands.
it? Can I have this back, please? 17.
You wrest the head out of his hands.
Why do you need it so bad? Huh. But that's all I'm doing with my turn.
All right. Actually, hang on a second. I believe so. He can actually see in this darkness. Just to say, so he will have advantage on that, wouldn't he?
But he's prone.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so it's straight. Yeah. Okay. He's gonna try and I guess he's gonna try and break. Alright, so he's gonna do an acrobatics.
I can feel you wiggling.
Do you even need to roll at that point? Well, that was actually pretty close.
Belzian's ninjutsu is still stronger.
Settle down there. Where are you going? We can talk about this right now.
Smack him on the forehead. Stop!
Smack him with them.
All right. So
Would that be a headbutt?
as Shade said earlier, the grapple attempts are not. It doesn't matter if I'm prone or not. It's just an attempt.
Yeah.
So I will roll a second time for this one. If I'm understanding that right. One of the nice things about this unique combat is that I learn a lot more about 5e by trial and error, right? All right. Well, I barely threw you off. And I stand up.
How carefully does he stand up amongst all of the pointy things?
Well, he just gets up, so he isn't moving yet. And that's half his move. Breaking the thing was an action. Yeah, he'll try and take a 5-foot step out. That's a dex save, and he beats the dex
Hey, where are you going?
by 1. Okay, so he's okay, and that's gonna be it for him. That's all he can do. Actually,
If he moved away, any attack of opportunity.
no, he's still within
Sorry.
his
An
area.
attack of opportunity on something I can't see.
Yeah, that's the other
It
thing.
would just be disadvantaged. You can still hear them moving, but of course your discretion.
I can't see shit, but if I can feel him move away, I will definitely take a boot at him. Kick him in the butt as he goes, you know?
Okay, that's gonna be it for Shadow. Yarvik.
I am going to take a carefully aimed shot and shoot that hag in the face. She has been talking way too much.
Okay. Roll an attack. That's a hit. Okay. So, as you shoot this arrow, it passes into her chest, and a green light shoots out of her chest and starts kind of flying out of her. Some green light seems to lift off of some of the remains of the flesh golems and Orrak the king. A bit comes out of the darkness, you guys see. And then it shoots down the passage back toward the Great Hall as she kind of splinters apart in energy. She's still like a body, but like her chest splinters open as energy is released, and it seems like the spells that she's been casting or using in this area seem to begin to fall apart. You hear a sighing sound from the cavern to the west, as if many voices sigh at the same time, as if it almost sounds like a feeling of release, like a sigh of relief. The hag is dead.
Dog, the bitch is dead.
Fist bump. Or fist bump.
All right.
Whoa.
Nice.
Very good.
Hey, you in the shadows. Hag's dead. Leave the head.
Like, leave the head in the shadows? Or what are you talking about? What
No,
are you-
leave it behind. You get
What's-
the hell out of here, and you leave the. Not you, Belzin. You grab the head.
I can't make heads or tails of this situation.
What's going on out there? Don't make me come out there.
I'm
Well, they
saying
said
leave the
probably
head behind and head out.
Oh.
When I next get the opportunity, I'm going to go retrieve my bow that I dropped.
Okay. I'm gonna say let's keep combat up since you guys are kind of hostile toward him right now. But we can do it as like you guys versus Shadow at this point. So Ulrich and Roger and Zippo and Belzian. Let's just do Ulrich, Roger, and Zippo. What would you like to do at this point? So Roger's going to get his bow.
I'm gonna retrieve my bow and then, I guess, ready in action to shoot him if he comes out of the darkness.
Okay.
I am also going to ready in action to shoot him if he comes out of the darkness with Eldritch Blast.
We'll stand here such that I can see as much as possible.
I can see about the same from wherever I'm standing. So. As soon as he pops out, Eldritch Blast.
Elson, you can move at half speed over the caltrops.
Yeah, if I
Not
move
have to.
carefully.
Yeah.
Belzy is going to try to make his way out of the darkness, going south, but he will yell out to Shadow Man, "Well, I guess you could head out now. I'm sure my friends are out there. I'm sure they just want to talk." And I will move half speed. It's actually pretty far.
Okay. Move 5 feet for me.
Is that there?
So I'm gonna right there. Attack of opportunity on you.
Hold on to the head.
I hit that wrong one.
Even better.
Even better. All right. So you can continue
So I
moving.
hear some whooshing. I specifically told you not to do that.
Yeah, I mean, since he did.
Hey guys, what's going on?
So you had half move, right?
Yeah, that's 20 feet.
So you were here. So 20 feet should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you'd be still in the darkness.
Where was I?
Oh no! Yeah, one more.
Yeah, one more.
Yep.
I can't see shit.
We ain't found shit.
Comb the desert. Yeah. Hi guys.
Welcome. At least you got the head now.
Now we can head out.
Can I toss the head to like Roger?
No, don't do that. My rolls are terrible. Toss it to somebody else.
How far can I throw it? A goblin's head.
I would say just hold on to it.
Uh,
Honestly, you seem to be the best at
As
hitting
far as you
it.
can throw a dart, I would say.
How far can I throw a dart? 60 feet. What? I'll just hold on to the head for now.
Your ninjutsu is stronger. He has to come out of the darkness to take it from
I could throw the head at the barrel.
you.
But yeah, I'm not gonna throw the head.
My paycheck.
Okay. So Zippo, what did you do?
I ready in action to shoot him with an Eldritch Blast if he comes out of the darkness.
Okay. So he doesn't come out of the darkness, but he does attempt to one last time try and get the head from Belzian.
Well, Belzian, did you take a regular action on your turn, or did you just move half speed?
He just
I just-
have speed.
I just moved half speed.
Did you spend your regular action to also move by dashing?
Just dash.
You could dash, yeah.
Oh no, that would count as an action, not
Mhm.
because one was the careful move and the other one is a regular move.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, let's get out of here. Man, we should probably help Jordan out of the darkness over there.
Jordan still has control of these dancing lights.
Jordan-
He can see whenever he feels like it.
Yeah, Jordan's fine.
Oh, let's get out of here. Watch out for Shadow Man in the shadows, though.
Okay, so at this point, I'm going to drop initiative. Shadow does not come out of the darkness.
We know you're in there.
So, what are you going to do from here?
It's not coming out of darkness. Zippo's gonna start searching chests.
Oh yeah, I thought those were barrels, but they're actually treasure chests.
Roger is going to stand here with his fairy fire, be nice and lit up for everyone, and he's going to just monitor the edge of the darkness on both sides with his bow up. So I'm going to let the rest of the party loot.
You don't want to loot?
I would love to loot, but we're not clear of hostiles yet.
Hey Jordan, I think we should be taking the Rita here in your bag. Maybe we could throw the head in there too.
He goes to pick up his bag from the ground and says, "All right, bring it over."
We do that.
All right, so Orrak is over with Jordan.
Slam dunk that head in the bag.
Kobe.
So are you putting the whole hag into the... so Jordan is a little apprehensive about bringing an entire corpse into the bag. At least the head has been draining of blood for a while at this point.
Oh, he's worried
head?
about like bloodying out the area.
It's his whole office,
Right,
you know what I mean?
okay.
So
Yeah, we.
you've gotten familiar with it. It's pretty neatly organized in there. It looks
Right.
like his study. Like
Right.
I don't have any prestidigitation spells. It would take
Ulrich-
forever to clean this place out.
Undoes one of the barrels. Whatever barrel he can find that is mostly empty, empties it out, puts her in that, and then takes the barrel into the bag.
And
Okay.
can we put the head in the chest cavity first? Just like plug it up. But,
There you go.
yeah.
Oh, that's horrific. I like it.
Bill's like, that looks great.
It's what's the? I'll go look it up later. There's
guy
a
from
Looney
Teenage
Tunes
Mutant Ninja
episode I'm
Turtles?
thinking of.
Kang.
Yeah, Krang.
Right, yeah. Not Kang.
So, who are you, Mr. Shadow Man? Why do you need this head so badly?
Silence. Alright, so you guys want your loot?
Yes. My precious.
He doesn't say silence. I mean, like, he doesn't... There's no silence. There's no words.
Yes.
Okay. So you find 2,000 copper pieces,
Whoa.
900 silver, 60 gold, a small mirror in a wooden frame, a gold locket with a picture of a turtle inside.
Picture of it, what?
A turtle.
Is it a heart-shaped locket?
It's a turtle person. It's a oval locket. A small gold bracelet. 4 reddish-looking potions. 1 larger reddish-looking potion. A thin scroll. 2 thicker scrolls. And a platinum key.
Is that the first chest, or is that all the chests together?
That's everything together. That's Orrak's hoard.
In addition to looting all of that, Ulrich will say, "Hey, Shadow Man, yeah, I don't really need my side of the cut. If you want to just discuss it, you did help us out. I'm sure I could split my portion of the reward. No need to be so cold."
So as Roger is watching the darkness, and as you turn to address it, the darkness starts to fade slowly. And painted on the wall is a symbol that both Roger and Ulrich recognize. It's the symbol of Gerard's army. Shadow is no longer there.
Can't believe he'd vandalized the wall like that.
What the heck was telling the truth? Color me surprised. I guess that's why he didn't want to stick around.
Yeah.
How do you suppose he got out of here?
Honestly,
There are tricks. Not ones that I know, but I'm aware of them.
I was hoping at least one of you would know a trick to get us out of here now that we've come all this way to grab a goblin's head.
If we run as fast as we can. Maybe we explore some of the other rooms first.
Sorry, before I forget, do I have a lasting injury that occurred against me?
Let's okay, roll a percentage die, please. Let me check. Ah. Cool.
Head explodes? That would be inconvenient.
That would. Good thing we have a spare head.
Belzian, also please roll for me.
Yes.
Because you went to 0.
I was sleeping. 52.
Okay.
Is that goblin in the cart still there or alive? Can we adopt him?
Can we name him Boblin?
Goblin the goblin.
So, Orrak, you're fine. Belzian, as you kind of come to your senses, you realize that your ankle is hurting a bit.
Ouch.
So you think you might have sprained your ankle. Actually, you think all you need to do is rest it and it'll be fine. But basically, anytime you make a dash action, a DC 10 dexterity saving throw will allow you to continue to dash.
Ooh.
You could probably get it magically healed or have it rested.
All right.
All right. So, what would you like to do now?
There are, if I'm remembering correctly, there are 2 rooms over on this side, right? Two
Mhm.
doors anyway.
2 doors.
I don't want to be the
No, I know. Yeah, we've got 6 minutes. I just want to see what the direction is that you're going at this point.
So do we want to go look through what are probably their personal chambers in the hopes that there is more treasure, or not relevant information, or do we want to just get the hell out of here before the goblins realize what we've done?
I feel like getting out of here would be better. Like, don't get me wrong, treasure is great,
Right.
and information is awesome, but I honestly don't think we can take on a horde of goblins right now.
We're pretty
I have
good
no
up to
spell
it.
slots.
What if the rooms contain like a way back to the surface?
I
That's
guess
like
it's
a that's a
sounds
chance
unlikely.
thing, though. When if we run out of here, we have a better chance of getting out.
We know the way out too.
Is there still a goblin in that mine cart? Like, could we interrogate?
There is. He's
Could
cowering.
we interrogate him? Ask for directions for the fastest way out of here?
You can, but we can do that next session. So I was curious if you're going to go through the doors or go out through the cavern, because I have things I can describe there and end session there. Or what it sounds like you're doing is you want to interrogate the goblin. So the group moves up to the goblin who is carrying in the minecart. And he looks up and says, "Burr, burr." And that's where we'll end session. Uh-oh, in goblin.
He says, "Uh-oh."
Front row.
GG, guys. Very good.
Hey, G, thanks for playing.
As soon as the ninja backed out of Roger's line of sight, I was like, "Oh shit, we're gonna have to go save the goddamn head."
Smart.
Right? I'm just impressed by like Belzy and Yarvik's amazing luck.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'm just happy Witch Bolt did something.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no,
I was so
Zippo-
excited to use that, and I was like, yes, please do something.
Zippo
Yeah.
blew up a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
including everybody.
it's
All right,
terrifying.
so I will say this: once you guys get out of the goblin mines and get to rest, you know what? I don't. Yeah, once you guys get to rest, you'll be able to level up. You all will be at level 4 by at next session. But obviously, it's not like a level up in the middle of you getting out of the dungeon and like suddenly have all your health points and everything like that, right? So that kind of just removes the tension. So you guys have made a milestone. You've made enough to level. Once you get to a point where you can actually like sit down for a second, you'll be able to level up. So keep that in mind for next time. In the meantime, thanks guys for being here. I appreciate us being able to do an extra session. It means next time we'll be ready to put this mine behind us, perhaps, provided everything goes well, and move on to bigger, better things. For those of you out there in Twitch, thanks for joining us. We'll see you in 1 week for our normally scheduled session, which would be the 24th at 7 p.m. We'll see you then. Bye.
Good night.